Alright, hi guys. This is the end of week 2, and so I just want to talk about some of the self-portraits and drawings from memories that you guys did. I see a few common problems that you guys are kind of having, and it's to do with what we call symbols. I'll explain. So over here we have these two drawings from Matthew Cottrell. A big problem I'm seeing that a lot of people have is to do with the eyes. Sort of cartoony eyes, a bit of trouble kind of putting the eyeball into the skull, making it look realistic. Of course, a lot of drawings from memory will never ever match up to what you can do when you have a photo reference, yourself in front of you. So, that's fine, that's cool, whatever. This is from Luke Wilde. So this is a portrait of Luke and then his younger brother. So again, we've got sort of issues going on with how to draw the eyes and all this kind of stuff. So I'll explain what's going on. What's happening here is we are thinking in what's called symbols. So when you think about, oh, an eye, instantly, what does an eye look like to you? To 95% of the population, they're just gonna go, oh, that's here's an eye, and that's an eye, and there we go. That's a mouth. That's a mouth, that's a nose, whatever, right? And they sort of think of this as that's all an eye is to them. And so when you have a face, at a 3/4 angle, if you're looking slightly up, slightly down, you'll just put this eye because that's all it is to you, a little symbol. And I'm going to explain about placing eyeballs in skulls. So the first thing to think about is, alright, here's the eyeball. It's a sphere. It's a ball encased in flesh, right? So at different angles, you've got to kind of take that into consideration, It's a ball encased in flesh. A lot of people are sort of okay in front view, but in side view, that's when they really sort of mess up. So as you can see, right, we've got the skull, we've got the eye in side view. You got to remember that it's this ball, and it's got to fit into this eye socket, right? So I'm going to just draw these eyes from I'm going to draw the eyes from front and side view and just show you what's going on. So over here, as we can see, let's draw my rough eyeball. Cool. So from front view, cool, and from side, eye is going to look like this, right? Right? So what's going on here is you remember that you think of this thing as a 3-dimensional kind of object. So that would be my center point. That's the center of the eye. So, and in 3/4, you're going to be wanting it to look like just putting in these little guidelines. Cool. Front, side, and 3/4. Cool. So the flesh now has to wrap around the eye, right? Don't forget this tear duct, where you cry, a little bit of flesh there. Goes, wraps around. Over here, right? This flap over here, that's where the skin is wrapping over the eyeball. And over here, this is where we have wrinkles and more prominent as we age. The wrinkle is the skin holding on to your eyeball, right? And then we have your eyelashes come out of there, thing. You've got some skin, this little area of skin inside that holds the eye, this area right here, tear duct. Over here, so the flesh of the eye's got to kind of come in like that and wrap around. And you'll notice like it's got to wrap around, right? So think of this, think of it wrapping three-dimensionally. Over here we can see right here, the skin wraps around. The skin wraps around, right? So over here, wraps, and again, it's just that skin coming over, right? And that's what's going on there. And then the eyelashes come out. Anything over there. Ooh, the eyelashes are coming out of this part of the skin. There. In 3/4, right? You're going to be wanting to be showing this wraparound, right? So this three-dimensionality as it comes and wraps in, kind of thing. Eyelashes, whatever. You got to make it look like it's a three-dimensional object coming in and fitting into that skull, right? As you can see, this. I put my eyeball in there. The eyeball's got to sit, and then the skin has to come in and protect this, protect the eyeball. I've got a whole bunch of images of this model from different views. So again, I'll just go through some of them and show you. And it's encased in that skin, kind of thing. When the eye, this is very difficult for a lot of people when you've got the eyes coming out from below. The eyeball is looking at an up angle, right? This is where the eye is, right? We can see that the flesh still has to wrap around. So that's just what you see over here. You've got the skin coming up and wrapping around, and you got the wrinkle there. And you sort of have, I always think of it as this sort of shape when you're looking, someone is looking up, kind of thing. And even from the side, I always think about it in terms of the eye side view is sort of like, this sort of triangle sort of shape. Here's the eyeball, and we're sort of looking down, more like that. And you can see the eyelashes are totally coming down, and wrapping around the eye. Eyelashes coming out here, kind of thing. Kind of shape. As you can see, what's going on over here. The eyeball is in there, but it's been covered by the eyelash. You can also do a little thing about the nose. Something I try to do when I'm drawing the nose, I sort of think about it as this sort of triangular block. So over here, it's sort of, and then back to that girl. So what I think about over here is like, think about the nose as this sort of a block which I attach to the face. Here's my nostril coming in over there. Sometimes there's a little bit of an up tilt. So here's a nostril, there's a nostril, connect. I'll get into this more like, so from the front, you can sort of think about the nostril as this kind of shape here. So we've got the main ball of the nose, and then it connects to two of these other smaller balls, right? Make it lighter, and then you connect it there. You you connect the wings. That's the nose. So again, I'm thinking about it as this sort of shape. Almost like a bit of a, almost like a little bit of a beak. It's this block kind of shape that I'm trying to fit onto my face, right? So if you can sort of think of it as like that, right, it can really help. So again, I just lighten that. You can see that's, okay, this is where where the center of my nose comes in, and then I attach the main ball, smaller ones, and then I attach the nostrils and the wings to it, kind of thing. Looking from an up angle, I just think of it as like, this is the underside of that block, right? Right? And I put in, nostril, yeah, Let's check out I'll just quickly go over the mouth, right? The mouth, we all think of the mouth as, okay, this, right, here's one sort of symbol for the mouth, right? And we tend to draw that at any angle, right? But check it out, when we have the mouth in an upturn, this is going to wrap around. You're gonna get this sort of shape like this. You get a lot of the underside of that lip, and then this, and you get this little curve. Get this little curve. As we can see, this curve. You just got to make sure all these things are sort of like wrapping around. But again, I'm going to get into all this stuff as we progress. I'm just giving a little bit of an advanced sort of taste. I mean, I think everything to do with drawing is just learning how to see things in much more simplified forms. What really helped me is when I was learning, I used to always think of the face as this gigantic sort of ordeal, but when you start to just think about things in terms of real simple three-dimensional shapes, spheres, cylinders, cones, cubes, it becomes so much easier. I just think about the eye, as this ball, another ball, which I gotta wrap, the skin around, and again, wrap the skin around, I just think of this nose as this sort of blocky shape. Then it's okay, and I can start attaching, all the other, everything else kind of falls into place. Again, the mouth from side view, so in front view, right, the mouth is just going like that. Right. That's in front view. This is that's my center, right? So that's my center now, right? That's my center, right? So over here, that's my center. So over here, I've got to have that center there, and of course, this side is facing more of us, right? So we'll see more of it, less of this as things go into perspective. Here's my curve. I'm just going to bring it over there, and now I've got that curve. Right? And you can see, you just got to make it look like it's wrapping around the forms. I'm looking at the nose, face in downward view. We've got an eyeball, and it gets encased in flesh. Eyebrows with the nose. That was the center. That was the big. Kind of thing. and you can see that everything is wrapping around this way. The mouth, it wraps around that way. See a little bit of the bottom lip. I think that's all I gotta say so far. Yeah, okay, so thank you if you've submitted in the your blog section. Thank you for doing that. I looked at everybody's. I just thought I could give you help with this common problem. Make sure you are also posting your drawings in the week 2 discussion forum. Thank you. My name is Eddie Udo. I'm your lecturer. Good luck, guys.